The truth is, the money's going somewhere. You know, when it gets on the streaming platforms, somebody's getting it, and it should be the person who created it. It shouldn't just be some tech giant somewhere. So why shouldn't it be the guy who sat down and wrote yesterday?
Sir Paul McCartney urged the British government not to make a change to the copyright laws that he said could let artificial intelligence companies rip off artists. The government is consulting on whether to let artificial intelligence firms use copyrighted material to train artificial intelligence models, unless the creators explicitly opt out. McCartney told the BBC that would make it harder for artists to retain control of their work, and that it would undermine Britain's creative industries. Hello, and welcome to my Beatles YouTube channel. If you like the Beatles, please make sure you subscribe and you check out my other videos because I'm sure you're gonna find them interesting. I read an article yesterday about Paul McCartney talking about artificial intelligence, and I think it opened a very interesting conversation about artificial intelligence and music creation. So let's hear it from Sir Paul himself.
Paul McCartney says he fears that modern technology could destroy opportunities for the next generation of musicians.
Government is considering allowing companies to use material that's available online to develop their artificial intelligence programs as the original creators opt out. In an exclusive interview with Laura Koonsberg, the former Beatle said it would mean future artists could be ripped off.
We're the people. You're the government. You're supposed to protect us. That's your job. So, you know, if you're putting through a bill, make sure you protect the creative thinkers, the creative artists, or you're not going to have them.
As simple as that?
Let's protect the creative people, yeah. For instance, you get young guys, girls, coming up and they write a beautiful song and they don't own it. And they don't have anything to do with it, and anyone who wants can just rip it off.
Paul McCartney is specifically talking about artificial intelligence being able to recreate the work of other artists. For example, I could potentially ask it to write me a song in the style of the Beatles about how much I love my blue car. I want it to mention that my car has been with me since I was 20. I want the song to sound a bit like Drive My Car, but also with some elements from the Beatles' psychedelic era. And I want the lead vocals to sound like Paul McCartney in 1965. The computer go, okay, just give me a minute. Bzzz. And just like that, it would produce an amazing song, nearly indistinguishable from an actual Beatles song. When you put it like that, I completely understand Paul McCartney's concern. But on the other hand, I think there are several factors to keep in mind. For example, artificial intelligence has been able to beat the world's best chess players since 1997, when IBM's Deep Blue defeated world champion Garry Kasparov. Today, there's absolutely no way on earth all the best chess players in the world combined can beat even the simplest chess app that comes with your computer. However, chess is still a thing. There are still tournaments played by humans. The game has been around for more than 1,000 years and people still love it. It doesn't matter that computers can play it much better than we can. We also have to keep in mind that artificial intelligence is a tool. Paul McCartney himself has used it very recently to release a new song by the Beatles called Now and Then. The song was originally written by John Lennon and they only had a very bad sounding home recording. So they used artificial intelligence to isolate John's vocals. And then Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr recorded their instruments on top of it. My point is that we should see artificial intelligence as something that works with the artists and for the artists, not necessarily against the artist. Have you tried, for example, ChatGPT? It's a text-based AI, so it doesn't do music, but I can ask it to write a short story in the style of Hemingway, and it would do an amazing job. So why shouldn't the same thing happen for music? Our lives are already run by algorithms, and you like it. If you're watching this video, it's because the algorithm knows you, and it knows you're interested in this kind of stuff. We use algorithms every day, like when we ask Google Maps to take us somewhere, for example, or when you try to find the cheapest flight for your holiday in Mallorca, What I'm trying to say is that it's pointless to resist progress. Because 1, it's gonna happen anyway. 2, it'll most likely create new opportunities that right now we can't even imagine. Hi, sorry to interrupt the video. Just a very quick, very important announcement. I published a book. That's right, I published a book. It's called From the Cavern to Abbey Road, A Journey Through the Beatles' Iconic Landmarks. In this book, we see the story of the Beatles from the places where everything happened. Some of them are famous, like let's say Abbey Road Studios, and some of them perhaps not so famous, like for example the art gallery where John and Yoko met. I put a lot of work and effort into this book, and it would help me so much if you grabbed a copy. It's available on Amazon all around the world, so if you want your copy, please go to the link in the description. Thank you. Now back to the video. Historically, musicians have been terrified of changes in modern technology. Let's go back in time many years ago when they first introduced recorded music, like the gramophones for example. Musicians all over the world were very pissed off because back in the day the only way to hear music was if you pay a man to play it for you. So now anyone can listen to music at home without necessarily having a musician there? That sounds like a lot less work for the music industry, right? Well, not really, because a whole new industry was created. Now you have recording studios, sound engineers, session musicians, record producers, and that made music available for everyone, which is a great thing, isn't it? And that even changed music itself. Many years later, in the early 2000s, people stopped buying records and they started downloading music from the internet. Once more, musicians were absolutely terrified. How are we going to get paid if people are not buying records, but instead they're downloading music from the internet? Yeah, maybe that wasn't a great time for the music industry, but eventually it led to the streaming services we have now, which even though they could pay artists more, they made music available for everyone. Every artist is first of all a music fan. And every musician grows up listening to music. The more music you listen to, the better. Now, don't you think a service like Spotify that allows you to listen to literally any record in the world just by paying a monthly membership is a good thing? Of course it's a good thing. So my point is that we shouldn't be scared of these changes. They're going to happen anyway, and they're going to be good. They're going to create new opportunities. We just need to see what happens, where it takes us. This topic opens a very interesting conversation, so please let me know in the comments what do you think about it. And for the record, I have nothing against Paul McCartney. I absolutely love the man. In fact, this whole YouTube channel is dedicated to the Beatles. So this is pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. There is a PayPal link for donations. Of course, every donation will be absolutely appreciated. You can buy my book. That would be great actually. Or the free option is just to subscribe to this YouTube channel and maybe click on the bell icon so you're the first to know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Well, I'm afraid that's just run out of time.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
sorry.
Well,
So,
thanks.
Bye everyone.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I give my heart to you, I must be